Recently, Netflix unveiled the initial teaser for the third season of Squid Game, accompanied by several first-look images on its website. In addition to these new visuals, there are earlier images from Season 3 that were shared months ago, all of which relate to the scenes depicted in the latest teaser. In this video, I'll analyze these images, link them to teaser moments, and share critical details and compelling theories about what's next based on these visuals. The first image depicts moments previously shown in the teaser. It features the pink guards in a recognizable setting, but it includes a distinctive detail. The entrance on one side of the room is shaped like a keyhole. A subsequent image captures the same room from a different angle, revealing another entrance shaped like a knife. As I mentioned in my previous video, this scenario likely occurs during a specific game. The presence of the knife and key suggests a violent game where players are split into two rival teams. The teaser introduced a gumball machine that dispenses blue and red balls, assigning players to either Team Blue or Team Red without any choice. However, the game itself is expected to take a darker turn. Current theories suggest Team Red members will be armed with knives, tasked with eliminating Team Blue members who will possess keys and aim to survive. This aligns with the imagery of the key and knife-shaped entrances. Moreover, this game is anticipated to unfold in a maze-like environment with timers, forcing Team Blue players to navigate their escape, while Team Red players attempt to eliminate them before time runs out. It resembles an extreme version of hide-and-seek, where both sides face dire consequences. It will undoubtedly be a brutal challenge, especially since friends or family members will find themselves on opposing teams, compelled to turn against one another. The next image features Kang No, guard number 011, in a tense situation with someone in black looming over her. While the figure's face is obscured, it resembles the masked officer who serves as the frontman's second in command. This isn't the first time he has summoned No. In Season 2, he reprimanded her for killing an eliminated player instead of merely wounding them as instructed. This time, it's possible that No, as I speculated in my previous video, may have spared Gyeong-seok, also known as Player 246, by shooting him non-fatally and later assisting in his escape. This theory suggests that No will continue to defy the system, potentially seeking to escape the Squid Game facility or bring the organizers to justice. In this image, it seems she is being questioned about her rebellious actions, reminiscent of how fellow guards confronted her in Season 2. Another image shows Detective Junho in a diving suit, similar to what we saw in the teaser, but positioned differently. A notable detail is that he is wearing a scuba tank, indicating he likely dived underwater and resurfaced at this new location, the Squid Game island he has been searching for throughout Season 2. His solitary stance suggests he is alone, having left his crew behind, likely due to chaos on the ship that resulted in losing his mercenary team. Remember, the captain he trusted was revealed as a traitor who even killed his friend. The stakes appear to be rising, forcing Junho to continue his journey alone, but we know he eventually reaches the game location. The next image presents Inho, the frontman, in a familiar setting. While there isn't much to analyze here, another image shows him in a room resembling that of the VIPs, where he is likely interacting with them as they enjoy the games. However, in a different image, he appears contemplative, suggesting he might occasionally reflect on his actions, particularly regarding the betrayal of fellows, revealing a fleeting glimpse of his human side. Next, we see Guhun being forcibly taken away by guards, seemingly resisting their actions. This moment likely occurs shortly after the emotional climax of Season 2, where Guhun mourns his friend's death. I theorize that in his grief, he attempts to halt the game, but the frontman orders the guards to compel him to continue. This scene may lead to Guhun being placed in a box meant for dead bodies. I doubt he willingly entered that box. Rather, he might have lost consciousness due to the overwhelming grief and pressure from the guards, shocking his fellow players when he appears in that box. An image of Guhun chained to a metal frame further emphasizes his defiance following his friend's death. To prevent any rebellion, the organizers will likely take extra precautions to restrain him. In the next image, Guhun seems to be explaining to players 120 and 222 what happened to his friend and why he ended up in the dead body box, as indicated by his sorrowful demeanor. Another image features Dehjo, player number 388. So, just a heads up, Dehjo kinda ditched his buddies during that showdown with the guards in Season 2. Because of that, I bet he's going to be carrying some serious guilt this season. As you can see in this image, he appears anxious, looking over his shoulder while other players gaze upward. I suspect they are witnessing the bodies of eliminated players hanging above them, serving as a grim reminder of the stakes they face, similar to the intimidation tactics used in Season 1. In a subsequent image, we see Junho, the pregnant player 222, having drawn the red ball, placing her on Guhun's team. While the teaser only showed her operating the machine, this image reveals the outcome. Although being on the red team may enhance her chances of survival, I believe she will still face significant challenges and the emotional burden of potentially killing fellow players. The next photo depicts her ex-boyfriend, Myung-gi, player 333, in a distressed state, covered in blood and sweat, appearing emotionally and physically drained. The tilted angle of the image enhances the sense of his mental instability, reflecting the turmoil he experiences in the brutal environment. The lighting and his expression suggest he has either just survived a violent event or is currently in the midst of one. I theorize that given his red vest, he may have witnessed horrific acts during the maze game or even been forced to commit murder, leading to PTSD-like symptoms. Since Myung-gi is on the same team as his pregnant ex-girlfriend, he will likely strive to protect her, but I predict he may sacrifice himself in the process to save her and their unborn child. I anticipate numerous shocking deaths, including those of key characters, to underscore the brutality of the games. I also predict that Young-sik, known as 007, will meet a tragic end that will deeply affect his mother, potentially leading her to take her own life. The teaser indicated her distress, and a crucial detail is her hair, which is unkempt and obscuring her face, contrasting with her usual appearance where it's always tied with a small metallic tool resembling a tiny knife. I theorize she removed this knife to assist player 222 in delivering her baby. This knife may later be given to Junho for protection during the games. The following image depicts Namgyu in the dormitory, his face radiating curiosity or madness. It's crucial to mention that during Season 2, Namgyu took the drugs belonging to his late friend Thanos after his demise. This suggests that Namgyu may continue using these substances, potentially making him a hazardous individual to be around. Some fans speculate that Namgyu might seek vengeance on player 333 for Thanos' death, implying that the drugs could induce hallucinations of his late friend, driving him to target Myung-gi. However, this could be complicated since both players are part of Team Red, but such a conflict might occur outside the games. Conversely, it's also possible that Myung-gi could end up killing Namgyu, who might attack under the influence of drugs. Nevertheless, there are reasons to believe Myung-gi won't eliminate Namgyu. Thanos was a bully, and player 333 acted in self-defense when he killed him. Similarly, Namgyu is expected to be taken out by player 125, Minsu, who faced bullying from Namgyu throughout Season 2. Remember, Namgyu killed Minsu's friend Simi in Cold Blood. This event will significantly influence Minsu's perspective throughout Season 3. Minsu deserves to exact his revenge, but his timid demeanor and lack of self-assurance suggest he requires a boost in confidence. In the new image, Minsu appears to be clenching his fist, possibly concealing an object. I suspect he is holding Thanos' cross necklace, which contains drugs. He likely acquired it from Namgyu covertly and intends to use it against him, indicating that these drugs could significantly impact the current season. Additionally, the lighting and background in this image are reminiscent of the post-credit scene from Season 2, where players entered a new game featuring two massive dolls. It's noteworthy that Minsu has voted O, indicating a desire to continue the games in stark contrast to his previous vote of X against Namgyu's manipulation. This change suggests that Minsu may have finally eliminated Namgyu, which could have instilled him with newfound confidence and purpose, prompting his shift in voting. In the teaser, we witness someone's eye peering through a small hole in the wall, transitioning to reveal Minsu, who looks tense on the other side. The individual peering through the hole is player 044, Seion Neo, identifiable by her distinctive eyeliner. We know she is on Team Blue, the survivors, and it seems she and Minsu are going to face each other in the game, meaning Minsu could be forced to kill her. In another image, player 044 is seen holding her key, possibly blessing it with her prayers. Yet, in the teaser, we also observe her hand drawing an arrow in blood on the wall. This is indeed her, as she wears her signature armbands. The purpose behind her markings remains unclear. It could be a survival tactic, marking her path to avoid getting lost in the maze. However, this strategy poses risks, as her adversaries could easily follow her trail. Alternatively, she might be using these arrows to mislead her opponents, allowing her to escape in another direction. My theory is that players 222, 333, and 456 will likely emerge as the last survivors. I plan to delve deeper into my theories regarding their survival and the fates of each player this season. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and stay tuned for all things Squid Game.